Fans of ABC's Shark Tank know that Kevin O'Leary doesn't mess around when it comes to his money. Mr. Wonderful himself joins me in the studio today to talk about his latest venture, OUSA's ETFs. Kevin, thanks for being here.
Great to be here, thank you.
So most people know your venture capital investing style from watching Shark Tank, but can you tell me a little bit about your investing philosophy in terms of ETFs?
I have a very simple philosophy. I will never invest in a stock that doesn't pay a dividend. And there's two reasons. First of all, when I was a kid, my mother taught me never buy anything that doesn't pay interest or a dividend. She believed that unless it paid cash while you waited, it wasn't an investment, it was a speculation. But here's the raw data that's so interesting. Over the last 40 years, over 70% of the returns of the market have come from dividends, not capital appreciation. So that means for me, I'll never buy a stock that doesn't pay a dividend, ever.
Now, obviously, you have a lot of money. Does this apply to the little guy at home who doesn't have the kind of money to invest in the stock market that you have?
Lauren, it doesn't matter if you have 50,000 or 500 million to invest. You have the same problem. You want to preserve your capital, you want to get paid something, you need income, and of course, you would like to have low volatility. You don't want your money to go away when the market goes down or has a lot of gyrations in it. So what I've done is really search for stocks that give me all three. I want a quality balance sheet. In other words, if a company's borrowing money to pay me a dividend, that's bad. I want the balance sheet to be generating cash being paid to me. So companies that are successful in building businesses with cash flow are interesting. Number two, I'd like them to be 20% less volatile or less risky than the market. That's the second measure I look at. But I also want massive diversification. I don't want more than 5% of my money in any one stock or 20% in any one sector. That's why I created a new ETF to do that for me. It's called OUSA. I'm not telling people to buy it. I'm telling you I'm buying it and putting it in my family trust.
Fair enough. Now, I know that you've written a lot of books as well, so I'm just thinking of the little guy at home who maybe is married and trying to figure out how to manage a joint investment portfolio with their spouse, right? Your most recent book, Cold Hard Truth on Men, Women, and Money.
Yes.
What do you say to those people?
Well, the first thing I learned in researching this book, which really shocked me, is I always thought infidelity was the reason that people separated after marriage. It has nothing to do with it. It's financial stress. The number one reason for unions uncoupling, financial stress. So the biggest part of a marriage is to do financial due diligence on each other before you go into it. Find out what each other's spending habits are. Was somebody bankrupt first? You know, you talk about everything else, but the most important thing is the financial pillar. Marriage is like a business. It doesn't sound very romantic, but try it. People say to me, what about love? I say, try love without money. Doesn't work. You have to have a financial pillar in your marriage. So it's really a good idea to do a lot of due diligence on each other so that you have both similar objectives. You want to save, you want to invest, and above all, don't spend too much. And if you can avoid getting into debt, that's the best thing to save your marriage. You don't have the stress of having to pay it back.
That's true, definitely. Now, I can't let you get away without asking you, what can we expect to see? Shark Tank Season 7 starting this September. Is there, can you give us any sort of insider tips ahead of the premiere?
I can, and I'll tell you what's happened. Shark Tank has become such a launch platform for companies and businesses that entrepreneurs across America know that if they get their product on Shark Tank, sales go up 10,000%, even if they don't get a deal. So we've got thousands of companies coming at us now. And we have the best quality deals I've ever seen. We're halfway through shooting Season 7. We have the largest deals, the most money ever invested, and really complex, interesting structures. Now, of course, I'm the only shark that actually tells the truth to anybody, but I think that's important sometimes. There are good ideas and there's bad ones. But this year, we've got some phenomenally interesting companies, particularly in tech. I think people are going to be really amazed at how many interesting technology deals we have.
Well, I know I speak for a lot of people when I say can't wait to watch, and thanks so much for stopping by the studio today.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you again on the air soon.
That's right, Kevin. For The Street, I'm Lauren Lyons-Cole in New York.